Would you go to work after drinking a full bottle of wine? Chances are the answer to that is probably not. If you are, then you got bigger problems. As emergency service workers and people who work shifts, is we can often overlook sleep and the importance of sleep when it comes to our ability to do our job properly, our ability to keep safe, our ability to make decisions. In emergency services, we have to make very quick decisions, life or death decisions, very high pressure decisions. Not always possible when it comes to night shifts, so and certainly late shifts. And if you do that fucking horrible 6 on 4 off pattern, or if you're in the ambulance service or the fire service, you're dealing with the worst things ever. You are having to make decisions which involve people's lives, people's health. You have to be switched on. You have to be able to make decisions under pressure. If you're underslept, you are more likely to make poor decisions when it comes to your diet. You're more likely to go and get a McDonald's. You're more likely to, you know, get a fucking pizza or a kebab from the local takeaway. So I just want to talk about here the effects of poor sleep and your mental health. And we all know mental health is in the toilet when it comes to emergency services due to myriad of things. The incidents you deal with can cause PTSD, the lack of support from the actual organisation itself. And what I've started to say to people that are in my course and the people who have downloaded my Shift Survival Guide ebook, which you can find in the description below, is we have to take charge over our own mental health and our own well-being, because we can't necessarily rely on the organisation to do it for us. So we need to do it ourselves. So, effects on poor sleep and mental health. Sleep can affect our emotional regulation. If you experience a period of bad sleep for weeks, months, or years, this can affect your day to day life. So, if you've been frontline emergency services for quite a few years, quite a long time, this is obviously going to have some serious impacts on you. When I stopped working nights and I stopped working shifts altogether, I noticed a massive difference in just my mood, my eating habits, my energy levels, my mental health, everything improved. Okay, so we need to really start to prioritize sleep and not seeing sleep as a luxury, but more of an essential part of what we do. So, poor focus, memory, and concentration, more likely to consume caffeine and sugary drinks, which then, of course, negatively affects our sleep as well. More likely to take part in risky or antisocial behavior, more likely to suffer from colds and infections. Your immune system gets worse if you're underslept and less able to manage stress. So, again, that compounds onto poor mental health, stress, and, of course, lack of sleep as well. So, when we look here, we say, the category, what we should be getting. I'm assuming most people watching this are not newborn children or children. They are more likely adults up to age 64. So you should be getting around 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single day. Easier said than done. So when it comes to sleep, there's a few tips here which I can give you, because I want police officers and shift workers and emergency service workers to have the best possible career and the best possible support in their career, which means that they can obviously help other people as best they can, because we need our emergency services, and there's too many organizations out there that just want to shit all over them. Whereas I'm not like that. I'm like, look, I'm here to help you. Let's support each other. So, a few things you can do to support yourself when it comes to a night's sleep is try to avoid caffeine a few hours before bed. Maybe get some magnesium capsules. Of course, consult your doctor and everything else in relation to that. Try to avoid using your phone directly before bed, sitting in bed, doom scrolling. And there's plenty of other support. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a few more of these videos. So if you like this kind of videos, let me know. If you want more practical advice or you have some issues, what you're struggling with when it comes to the emergency services, when it comes to your health and well-being and everything else, feel free to drop a comment and make sure you subscribe as well, because that tells me that you like this content and you're happy for me to keep making it. Also, like I said, Shift Survival Guide in the description of this video. Feel free to go and check that out. Until next time.